Hello, YouTube. Today I am going to be reading to you a poem called The Children's Crusade by Bertold Brecht. It was one of the only poems that made me cry as a child, so I hope it moves you like it moved me. So here goes. Children's Crusade, Bertolt Brecht. In 39 in Poland, there was a bloody fight, and many a town and village turned to wasteland overnight. Sisters lost their brothers, wives were widowed by the war, and in fire and desolation, children found their kin no more. There came no news from Poland, neither letter nor printed word, but in an eastern country, a curious tale is heard. Snow fell as they related, in a certain eastern town, how a new crusade of children in Poland had begun. For all along the highways, troops of hungry children roamed, and gathered to them others who stood by ruined homes. They wished to flee the slaughter, for the nightmare did not cease, and someday reach a country where there was a little peace. They had a little leader to show them where to go, yet he was sorely troubled since the way he did not know. A girl of 10 was carrying a little child of 4. All she lacked to be a mother was a country without war. In a coat with a velvet collar, a little Jew was dressed. He had been reared on the widest bread, but he marched on with the rest. There was a thin and wretched boy who held himself apart. That he came from a Nazi legation was a load of guilt in his heart. They also had a dog with them, which they had caught for food. They spared it, so another mouth it followed where it would. There was a school for penmanship, and the teaching did not cease. On the broken side of a tank, they learned to spell out peace. A girl of 12, a boy of 15 had a love affair, and in a ruined farmyard she sat and combed his hair. But love could not endure, cold wind began to blow. And how can saplings bloom when covered deep in snow? They stood about their leader, who stared at the snowy sky. He pointed with his finger, saying, "Yonder it must lie." Once at night they saw a fire. They turned away in fear. Once 3 tanks came rolling by, which meant that they were near. Once, when they reached a city, they veered and went around. They traveled then by night alone, till they had passed the town. Towards what was southeast Poland, in deeply drifting snow, the 55 children were last seen to go. And if I close my eyes, I see them wander on, from one ruined barnyard to another one. Above them in the clouds I see a new and greater host, warily breasting the cold wind, homeless and lost, seeking for a land of peace, without the crash and flame of war, that scars the soil from which they came, and this host is always more. Now in the gloom it seems to me they come from many other places. In the changing clouds I see Spanish, French, yellow faces. In January of that year, Poles caught a hungry dog, around whose neck a placard hung. 'Twas tied there with a cord. The words thereon were, "Please send help. We do not know where we are. We are 55. The dog will lead you here. And if you cannot come to us, please drive him out. Don't shoot the dog, for no one else can find the spot." A childish hand had written the word the peasants read. Since that time 2 years have passed. The starving dog is dead.